Well guys, welcome back to another video of Tom's Fishing Adventures. Today it's been a bit gloomy outside, so I decided better not to get out there and film a video for you guys. So I decided why not take this opportunity to run through some of my favourite knots that I use when fishing. Well guys, this first knot, this is called the uni knot, and I use this when I'm tying my main line or even fluorocarbon leader to either the swivels, hooks, anything like that. So it's a real easy knot, and it's really good for when you're under pressure trying to get that knot tied. You can really get it done real quickly and be back in the game out fishing. So what you want to firstly do is thread your main line or your line. For this demonstration I'm using braided line just so it picks up on the camera, but normally I'll be using either fluorocarbon line or just monofilament line. Okay guys, when I'm tying my knot, I prefer to have around 10 to 15 centimeters of tag end, just in case I tie the knot and it starts to slip because I don't have enough tag end. I like to keep it a little bit lengthy. So now what you want to do is, you've got your main line here with your tag end, which is why I like to keep it a little bit longer. I like to make a little loop, just a little loop like that, like a granny loop. And I like to line that up with my main line. And then what you want to do from there is just do a couple wraps around your main line and your loop. Now, depending on the heaviness of the line, the breaking strain on the line, I may do a little bit more. I just find that around 6, 7, even pushing 8 or 9 works good for me. Alrighty guys, once you've got it like that, I like to just give it a little bit of a pull just to make sure it all lines up nicely. Then I like to just add a bit of saliva to it just for a bit of lubricant so it pulls tightly together. And there we go guys, I've added a little bit of lubricant, and in this case I just use my spit just so the knot tightens and I know that it's going to be a real tight knot. Now what I want to do is slowly pull it just so I know it's not going to slip, and whether or not you pull it with your teeth, it doesn't necessarily matter, but I like to just try and add a lot of tension to it. Well there you go guys, there's that uni knot. As I said, I've pulled it down to the knot. I've put a lot of pressure on it, and that I can't even pull that. That hasn't come any looser than what it was. So what I'll do now is I'll just tighten it just a little bit more. I'll pull the tag in against my main line, and as you can see, that is real strong there. So what I want to do, grab my braided scissors, and I'll just cut. I like to leave about half a centimeter of tag end left, just in case it does slip, because you never know, you could hook into that fish of a lifetime, and you always want to have that reassurance that your knots aren't going to fail. So once I've got that, I like to leave, as I said, about half a centimeter of tag end, and there you go. Well guys, this next knot here is called the uni to uni knot. This particular knot here is when you're connecting your main line. As you can see here, I'm using braid to either a fluorocarbon or mono leader. And I used this knot when I was just started getting into lure fishing. It was real easy to connect my fluorocarbon leader to my main leader with a uni to uni knot. Didn't take a lot of practice, and I was into it straight away. So we'll get onto the knot and I'll show you how to tie it. So guys, when you're tying your uni knot, what I first like to do is grab my braid, which is the yellow line here. And what I like to do, the same for the uni knot when I was tying it to the hook, do a loop around your fluorocarbon leader, and what you want to do, same concept, is wrap that around your fluorocarbon and your loop that you've made with your braid. Now I like to do this around 8 to 9 times. Doesn't necessarily matter. I find that you can do a lot more with braid because of the purpose that it is thinner. Now once you've done that, as I did before, I just like to pull it tight just a little bit, just so I've got my overall knot there. And now what I like to do, add a bit of lubricant to it, and what that does is it just makes the knot come together well and just tightens the line. Alrighty guys, now what you want to do with your knot is you slowly want to pull it, and as you can see, it's slowly coming together like that, and there you go. Well guys, for the second half of the uni knot, what I like to do is grab your tagline of your mono or fluorocarbon leader, and same concept for your braid. What you want to do is make a loop like that, just like that, and grab your tagline and wrap it around the two. Now, as I said, I like to do this maybe about 6 or 7 times, not as many times as the line is a little bit thicker. But yeah, it really works well. Alright guys, now that we've got our loop, as said with the other one, just slowly tighten it. Just like that, and same concept, just wet it a little bit. And there we go, slowly tighten it. I'll grab a firm grip here. Well guys, as you can see, we've just finished our 2 uni knots from our fluorocarbon leader to our braided line, our main line. And what I've gone and done, I don't know if you can see if the camera's going to pick it up or not, I've actually put saliva from my mouth all around the knot so it doesn't pull up a bit of tension on each other, so it slides real nicely into each other. And what I'm going to do is slowly apply tension, and as you can see, that knot's coming down absolutely beautifully. And there you go. That is the uni knot, done perfectly, and I'm applying a lot of tension on that, and that is not going to go anywhere. Now what you want to do now is trim your tag ends, and what I like to do is same as a uni knot, I like to leave a little bit extra on there just in case it does slip, because you never know. Just like that. And then same goes for my fluorocarbon tag end. Well guys, there we go, there is the uni to uni knot, and it may look a little bit bulgy, and the uni knot itself is quite a bulgy knot. That's one of the reasons why I did move on to it, but it is a perfect starter knot for anyone looking to get into soft plastics. As you can see, it's like real easy to tie the knot, and it really does work. So there you go, the uni knot. Well guys, with the locked blood knot, what you want to do is feed your main line through the eye of the hook. And as I said, you can use this knot when you're tying it to swivels and anything like that. And now what you want to do is grab your hook and spin it around so it creates a bit of a spin in your braided line. And I like to do about 9 to 10 of these, depending on the breaking strain of the line. Alrighty guys, we've just spun our line around our hook, and what you want to do, as you can see, there's a really small little loop, I guess you could call it, between the eye of the hook and the actual line. And what you want to do is grab your tag end, and it may take a bit of fiddling around, but just pop it through that little loop that we've made. And as you can see, I've just done it there. And now that we've popped it through there, it's actually created another loop. So now what you want to do is grab your tag end and feed it through that loop. And I like to do around 2 to 3 loops of that particular loop. And there you go, just like that. Well guys, as you can see, we've just finished doing a few loops around our main line. Now what I like to do from here, as I've done on all my knots, I like to put a lot of saliva on there just so it doesn't slip when you're pulling it, when you're putting a lot of pressure onto it. Alrighty guys, I've just put some saliva on that knot and it is looking good. So now what you want to do is slowly pull all 3 of the components, so your tag end, your main line and your hook at once. This is where your mouth can come in handy. So I just like to hold it with my teeth. Whoop. So I just like to hold it with my teeth and pull tight. And as you can see guys, I've just worked that knot to the end of that eyelet on that hook, and that has done absolutely beautifully. And that is real tight. I can't break that, I physically can't break that. And with all knots, I like to leave a little bit of a tag end on it. So I'll grab my braided scissors. And also guys, when you're cutting your tag end, I like to leave around 1/2 centimetre of tag end left, just in case it does slip. You've still got that reassurance that your knot's not going to come out fully. So there you go guys, there is your locked blood knot. Well guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this week's video of Tom's Fishing Adventures. This week's video was a little bit of something different. Normally I wouldn't be doing this style of video. I'm normally doing out there fishing the boat or fishing off land. But I thought, well, why not run you through some of the knots that I use when fishing. So these particular knots haven't really failed on me. I can't really recall of a time that they have failed on me. They're real simple to tie, and as I said, if you're getting into lure fishing, the uni to uni knot is a great knot to start off with. Real simple and easy to tie in those quick situations. So hopefully that knot there gets you onto a few nice fish. But on a serious note, guys, if you did enjoy that video, please make sure to like, subscribe, share with your mates. Every single one of you that supports me, I really appreciate it all. All the people that comment on all my videos and just really support me out there. You guys know who you are, and I really thank you for that, because at the end of the day, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys and if you didn't enjoy it. So if you want to see more of these videos, make sure to subscribe. And I'll hopefully be having a few of these videos like this, doing like rig tying and lure reviews and all that. I'll hopefully be doing once a week, and that's my aim at the moment. I'm a bit busy with school at the moment and exams coming up, but I'll try and juggle it for you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, stay tuned for more. Cheers. Well guys, I forgot to mention before, I've actually got an Instagram page called Tom's Fish Adventures. So any of my adventures that don't make it into a full video, like this one, I'll put on my put photos on my Instagram page, and that way you guys will be posted onto everything that I'll do. And also make sure to turn on notifications for my channel, so every time I upload a video you guys will know it and it'll give you a quick notification, and you guys can be the first ones to see my video. So yeah, thanks for that and have a good one.